And do a recording. So I'm presenting to you the Iteracare, a revolutionary product that will change your life. And my name is Dr. Okere. I'm an integrative medicine practitioner. So before we start, there's a disclaimer. The Iteracare device is a certified household electrical equipment that's been certified as safe to use, emits no harmful radiation, and has labels allowing for its distribution internationally. It's not a medical equipment, and so the manufacturer produces no medical advice. For a lot of people, when you open your device, there is no manual. Yes, because it's not a medical device, but it has been used in a lot of facilities and they've been found to have benefits for humans, and that's why it's being used. So you should always consult your doctor or other healthcare professionals with any questions regarding any medical condition or for specific guidance regarding the optimal use of the Iteracare blower. So let's get into it. Now, I believe, and a lot of our forefathers, Hippocrates, and some of forefathers that have gone before us believe that there's a secret healing system in our body. The truth is your body has the ability to heal, but the problem is we are not really giving it what it needs to heal. That's the way God has actually designed it. It has a healing capacity on its own. But because of a lot of things we are doing wrong in this civilization, the food we eat, the water we drink, polluted environment, and all sorts of garbage and burden that the body is dealing with, the body is handicapped. So if we can activate this secret healing system in our body can begin to heal itself. And that's what we are here to talk about. Every cell in your body is a battery. Now, let's look at a cell phone, for example. Your cell phone, once you are using it for a while, what happens? The battery starts getting low. And once it gets red and you refuse to charge it, what happens? The phone gets dead. The same thing. We are electrical beings. All our cells, the optimal cells is about 70 to 80 millihertz. So when it starts getting 50 to 60, the body starts getting sick. And when it gets to 15, 20, then you start having mutated cells. So the same way as we charge our phones, we need to start charging our body. So we need to charge it so that it can optimally function. So we need to charge it, we need to activate it, and we need to optimize it. And one way that we can use to charge our cells is something we call the terahertz frequency device. And that's what we're introducing today as the Iteracare. So what's this terahertz frequency? Terahertz is an electromagnetic wave band between the microwave and the infrared with a frequency range of about 100 gigahertz to 10 terahertz. Now, they found out that this terahertz frequency device resonates at the same frequency as the human cells, and so it's able to generate millions of vibrations per second. It's a combination of Chinese and Western cytology technology, and it's called the Wave of Life by the American scientists, the Light of Life by the Japanese scientists, and God Waveband by the Chinese scientists. And this terahertz frequency is one of the top 10 most advanced technology to change the world in health science, military, in communication, and in other things. There's a lot of research is going on. If you just Google terahertz frequency or terahertz energy, you see a lot of things going on. So graphically, this is what we're talking about on the electromagnetic spectrum. Initially, it was called the terahertz gap, but right now, in some recent decades now, they found out that it actually has some benefits to the humans, and that's what is here. It has a lot of molecular vibration and rotation. So that's terahertz band, and that is what is really, really beneficial for our body compared to all the other ones, microwaves and the rest. Now, these were the Iteracare models that came up after a research was done concerning the terahertz frequency. The first device was produced in 2014 by Dishang in China, but this cost a lot, about $400,000. By 2017, they came up with the second generation device, which was also out of reach for a lot of people. By 2019, they came up with the third generation terahertz device, and this was still a bit high. And then 2021, during the COVID issues, they had to come up with home care. So there's the Iteracare Classic, and that's the fourth generation. And this year, 2022, they came up with the fifth generation, which is called the Iteracare Premium. So a lot of people will say, what are these? What are these? So I'm here to explain to you. So presently, the three models that we have is the Iteracare Pro, the Iteracare Classic, and then the Iteracare Premium. Now, how do we spot fake device? The truth is, anything that works, you will find a lot of people trying to do counterfeits. So it's very important that we try to understand which are the real devices that will give you effects and which are the fake devices. Now, number one, we used to say that the brand name Iteracare is not written. Iteracare is a patent that has been gotten and it's not supposed to be copied. But unfortunately, we are even seeing a lot of people that get the fake device and somehow go and brand the Iteracare on the device. But there are some subtle difference that when I saw one, I knew that definitely this was fake. So the fact that you even see Itera does not mean it's even original. You need to make sure you are buying from a certified source, either a certified distributor or the stockist in your country. Now we have the color. The original Iteracare Classic has just one color, which is red or maroon, while the fake has so many. And the technology, the original device has a 3-in-1 technology, while the fake is just blowing hot air. Now the original device has no radiation when tested with the EMF reader. And the fake, a lot of them is actually high in radiation. I actually have this tester and I tested my device. And certifications, the original device has many certifications from renowned institutes, which is verified. And if you ask the people that sells the other one, the fake one, for their own certificates, they cannot produce any. In fact, some are even using the certificate for the Itera to market their own device. And the Iteracare sole distributors are only Prive International. They were the only one that the Shank contacted to market their product. So any other marketer that you don't find Prive International, please take note that that device is fake. So these are some of the samples, different colors. Now this is one of the fake devices. I said they are even branding the Iteracare and try to put this, but there are some subtle differences that made me know immediately that this was a fake device. This is still some of them. These are other fake examples. Most of them are actually produced by a company that produces hair dryer. So they already know how to blow the heat, but the quartz technology there is something they have not been able to copycat yet. So these are some of the fake devices. Now, these are the images of the patented Iteracare device. That's the Pro, this is the Premium, and there's a Classic. And like I said, there's the 3rd generation, the 4th generation, and the 5th generation. Some people will say, okay, what's the difference between all of these three? What is the difference? So Iteracare Classic was meant for home use. Like I said, it came up during the COVID period, and it's lighter. It has an auto cut-off switch. So it only works for like 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then it switches off. And like I said, it's only in one color, which is maroon red. And there are 3-level switches, 3-level switch or mode. The first mode, the second mode, and the third mode. And the power consumption is about 800 watts. So that's why it can even work with your generator. So that's the Iteracare Classic. It's lighter, it's meant for home use. Now, the Iteracare Premium is the 5th generation, which was launched this year. It's meant for individuals, family, and centers. It's actually stronger than the Iteracare Classic and is more sturdy, and it can work for longer hours. It can work for longer hours. So it has a 2-level switch, which is a high and low. And they're actually an upgrade with the components here. It also uses the power about 800 watts, and the price is actually 3 times the Classic. So like I advise centers, if you cannot afford the Pro, please go for the Premium, because you can, treat more people with that. Now, this is the Ferrari of the group. This is the Iteracare Pro, and it's meant for individuals, family, or center. It's actually bigger and heavier and lasts longer. In my clinic, this is what I use. I can't even remember the last time I used the Classic, because you have patients that are just waiting in line, and this can keep going and going and going. So it's a silver, white, or black. That's the color that you see on it. It also has a 2-level switch, but also has the cold. So the power is more strong. It's about 1,200 watts, and it's 10 times the price of Classic. So that's for that. And like I said, Prive International are the only one, that's it, the Shank company, authorized to distribute their product. So any other product that is coming out claiming to be the Itera, please just know that it is fake. And this device, before they came up with the first one, was actually a 6-year of research and development. And like I said, all their devices has a 3-in-1 core technology, and the product is patented, the technology is patented. There was a lot of safety inspection reports, quality inspection reports, accuracy reports, radiation reports, ultraviolet rays reports, everything, and then clinical test reports by the Beijing Institute of Science. Now, what are the 5 features of Itera? We have the safety, penetration, identification, activation, and user-friendly. So safety, Iteracare, we said, is certified, is patented, and has been proven to be safe and the efficacy proven. These are all certificates that different institutions, China Academy of Science, Sinochem, and even the clinical studies that was done, not on rats, but on humans. And they found out that this device is actually very, very efficacious in reducing inflammation. And from what we now know, inflammation is the bedrock for a lot of chronic diseases, including cancer. So this device is really powerful in reducing inflammation. Now, it helps improve the quality of your health, also helps to inactivate malignant cells. It got a 4-star. In viruses, it can inactivate. So a lot of people were using it during the COVID to inactivate the COVID virus, and a lot of people recovered faster using the device. Also for diabetes, brain, lymph node, skin. Generally, it actually helps to improve all these conditions. So for penetration, it's able to penetrate 20 to 30 centimeters deep into the body. And that's why it's able to reach the bone marrow, it's able to reach the stem cells and activate these cells to go to area where it's needed. So it penetrates into our body, helps to improve circulation, helps to eliminate stagnation, water retention in our body. For edema, it's really powerful. So it's really deep and can help open up a lot of channels. Now, it also has the ability to identify bad cells. If you remember what I said earlier on, that low voltage cells are mainly mutated cells or cancer cells or sick cells. So Iteracare has the ability to strengthen the healthy cells and repair damaged cells. And any one that cannot be repaired, it liquefies it and gets it out of the cell. So it's able to unblock passages. Very, very good for blockages. Maybe those that have heart blocks, very, very good. Or any Ebola anywhere that may be gangrenous foot, a lot of testimonies that the circulation was restored, and also helps detoxification because it opens up the lymphatics, which will help to, dump toxins out of the body. Okay, we talk about activation. It helps to improve the immune system and also activate the weak and inactive cells. So it also helps to regulate the body temperature. For Chinese medicine, they tell you cold body or cold status is responsible for a lot of ailments. So this device will be able to help to regulate the body temperature, and it's user-friendly. As long as you know how to hold, you can blow. No professional skills needed, no knowledge, just blow on the affected or uncomfortable areas. So either you are blowing your anatomical or you are blowing the acupuncture, it doesn't matter. If you don't even know, when in doubt, just blow. Even a child can hold it. Now, an hour of Iteracare therapy is equal to 10 times acupuncture, 20 times cupping, 30 times gua sha, and 40 times massage. You can imagine, because of the depth of penetration, that's why it's giving you that benefit. And Iteracare is suitable for any kind of inflammation. Remember, we showed you earlier on that it has 5 stars for inflammation. So anywhere you have the itis means there's inflammation. So either for sore throats, either for gastric ulcers, either for pelvic inflammatory disease, prostatitis, any of this inflammation anywhere, arthritis, it's going to help. Any kind of pain. Chinese medicine believe that when there's pain, it means there's a blockage somewhere. So it's able to remove this blockage, open up the meridians and help you. So a lot of people actually experience weight loss when using it, especially for those that are targeting, the midline of the stomach and what have you. Like I was able to lose like 3 inches in with 5 therapies. I was able to lose 3 inches off my waistline. I wanted to actually check it to be sure that this device actually works. And for insomnia, amazing testimonies. It helps me to sleep deep, and I've used it for a lot of patients, and that is a very, very big testimony. So also for various skin issues, acne, skin diseases, anti-aging. If you look at my face now, you hardly see any kind of wrinkles. Helps with beauty and various skin disease, psoriasis, eczema, amazing, even for children. You just blow, even from one therapy, you find out that there's a lot of improvement in their skin. So it's really, really amazing. A lot of testimonies. It's not recommended for pregnant women. Why? It's not as if it's actually causing any abnormality, but you know, some of these abnormalities may be missed during antenatal, and we don't want a situation whereby after delivery they'll say, okay, something happened, is because of the device. No, there's actually a distributor that the daughter had an issue with her kidney, and I said, okay, just give one blow and then give her more of Terahertz water, and thank God, to the glory of God, the lady had delivered, baby is fine, mother is fine. So it's not as if it's any contraindication per se. So you can tell them to drink the Terahertz treated water. Then for menstruation, because it opens up the circulation, we don't want the bleeding to be more. But for those that have pain, dysmenorrhea, it will help to reduce the pain, even from one treatment. So acute diseases, because there will always be exacerbation, which is like worsening initially. Not many people can tolerate it. So we always tell you, let the acute phase of the disease pass, you know, before you start your treatment. Anyone with congenital heart disease, you know, it's always good to avoid it, especially those that have pacemakers or any object implanted in their chest, but they can always drink the Terahertz treated water. So anyone that has all these implants, you know, limb replacement, knee replacement, just avoid that area of the implant, and then you can treat other areas. And then for open wounds, because we said it actually helps, it can improve circulation, so it can cause more bleeding. So if the wound is not bleeding, please, you can use your device, because it will help the healing to be very, very fast. There are a lot of us here during surgery or we use it, and then the recovery is really very fast. And also for fracture, because sometimes you can have some pin implanted in to hold the bone. So we don't want anything being displaced. And that's why we said they should avoid that. So precautions that you should take when using the device. It's not meant for continuous long use. An average session should be like 30 minutes for each patient. It's always good you start slow, you know, and then concentrate doing multiple times, giving a 4-hour gap, than for you to do a 1-hour long stretch. No, it's going to be too much for the body. So this is the air inlet and the outlet. Please ensure that it is not blocked, and keep your device clean at all times. There are some people that are really not using their device well at all. And then don't dangle this cord that is around here. You have to really handle the cord with care. Don't dangle it. If possible, tape your cord on your device with a tape, so that it doesn't just move anyhow and then disconnects at one of the circuit points. So don't, and when you're unplugging from the socket, please unplug with care. Don't just pull the cord anyhow. And anytime you finish use, drop this device, allow it to cool down completely before storing it in your box. Like I tell people, this is an investment for your health, so please do not handle it carelessly. Keep it very, very safe. Now, what are the possible side reactions? Everyone is different. Not everyone will have this side reaction, but it's always good to tell people, for those that have pain, the pain may increase for a while before they get better. Why is it increasing? Because circulation is improving there, and all the inflammatory cells that are responsible for healing are going to be activated. So you may actually have increase in pain. You may have itching. You can have redness. You can have all sorts of issues, but do not be afraid. The healing has just started. Usually between 1 to 2 weeks, the body normalizes. Some BP may even go high. Yes, because remember, it's also detoxifying. So a lot of things are now entering into the system, but continually use the water. Make sure you increase your water intake. Make sure you are blowing the spine. And after 1 to 2 weeks, you find out that your body actually normalizes and the healing becomes very, very rapid. So after using the therapy, please do not sit under the fan. Do not use air condition. Don't shower after 4 hours, because heat has been generated, and once the circulation, everything to work very fine. So don't go and kill the therapy by taking any cold drinks or any cold water or shower or what have you. So how do you use the classic device? Like I said, this is the classic, which is the common one we have around, especially for home use. We have 3 modes. We have the high speed, medium heat, which is the first mode, and that is the one you're going to commonly use for long. We have the low speed, low heat, and you have the high speed, high heat. So I always tell people, you need to warm up your body. So you can start with mode 1, high speed, medium heat. Maybe after like 5-10 minutes, then you can now go to high speed, high heat for another 10-15 minutes, and then go back to high speed, medium heat. Low speed, low heat, you can use that for children, you can use that for the face, and some people actually use the high speed, medium heat for the face. So please just use as you are comfortable. For people that have diabetic neuropathies, that don't have any feeling or sensation, please make sure that you are just sticking to the high speed, medium heat. And some people say, I know they have not felt it. No, it's not when you burn somebody, because some people may have neuropathy, which is issues with their nerves, which you may not even be aware of. So it's not until when the whole place is burnt before we know that we are doing the therapy. So please, we need to be very cautious and move always put your hand in between for you to be able to know if what you are doing is adequate or not. So use that as a guide. Now, treatment procedure. Now, you need to drink the Terahertz treated water before treatment. Now, we know that our body is mainly water. So it's very, very important, 70 to 80% of water. And most of us are actually dehydrated. So we need to drink the Terahertz treated water. We'll know why. Because the Terahertz energy itself actually changes the structure of the water to a linear form, whereby your body can absorb it better. So by the time your body absorbs the water better, its detoxification is actually able to happen, and the cells are well hydrated. It sends out the toxins, gets in the oxygen, it reduces the surface tension of the water. So your body is well hydrated, and most of the metabolic processes are able to be carried out. Most people are suffering from chronic dehydration, and that's responsible for a lot of issues in the body, from arthritis to asthma to constipation, name it. Is because of reduction in the extracellular fluid volume. So we need to blow on the skin area where you wish to treat. You either blow in lines, that's from left and right, or you blow in cycles. Please hold the blower at a comfortable distance from the skin. And then you need to focus on the localized area for about 15 to 20 minutes at a time. What are we saying? There's a basic treatment that you do, whereby you blow the hands, you blow the legs, you blow the spine, maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Then you now focus on the area of concern. If it's the liver, you go to the liver, you blow there for 15 to 20 minutes. If it's the knees, you go there, you blow for 15 to 20 minutes. If it's the lower back, you go back there and you blow. So the area of concern, the area of pain, the area of pathology, just go there and make sure you are treating that area for 15 to 20 minutes at a time. Now, internal diseases are treated, either you focus on the anatomical point, which means if it's the eye, you go to the eye. If it's the kidneys, you go to the renal area at the back. If it's the knees, you go to the knee. If it's the ankle, you go to the ankle, or you use acupuncture points. So acupuncture points in Chinese medicine, they've already specified that these acupuncture points are actually connected to that particular organ. You have the urinary meridians, you have the lungs meridian. They have different meridians. If you go online, you will see so many meridian points and where it's linked to different organs. Now, for best effect, you should carry out treatment for at least 5 to 15 days consecutively, preferably. But if they cannot do 5 to 15 days consecutively, at least 4 or 5 times in a week. Very, very important. And like I said, it's better you do your 30-minute short session 3 times daily than to do 1 hour stretch, which is going to be too much for the body. So we don't want the healing crisis to, really come up. So when you do shorter sessions, patients are able to tolerate better and the healing is faster. So after the treatment, again, you need to drink the Terahertz treated water so that it can really circulate and flush out the toxins that have free radical, everything that has been, pushed into the system. It needs to flush it out. So what are we talking about? How do you blow? Now, this is the direction. Remember what we said? You start with the palm, which is the 1, second 1, then you go to the feet, which is 2, and then you go to the back. Always make sure you are blowing your spine, because that's where your stem cells will be generated. You blow from, and look at the direction of the blowing, please. You blow outwards, you finish that and you go to the front, and then you can go to the lymphatics on the neck. So these are how you blow. So don't forget, you are drinking your 2 glasses of Terahertz charged water, then you blow all those areas that are specified. At the end of presentation, you can always request for these videos. You will see them so that you can take your pictures, and that will be able to guide you better. So like we also said, blowing the spine is very, very important, because a lot of things are attached to the spine. All the spinal nerves, they are connected to different organs. And apart from that, each of the spinal nerve is attached to a certain area or organ and symptoms that are generated from there can actually be linked. So please, it's very, very important during treatment to ensure that you blow your spine. Very, 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 very important. Now, the water therapy we are talking about, I said earlier on, it can change the molecular structure of your water. Most of the water we are drinking and is not the water as the water, like the water in our villages, the life water. Most water we are drinking, because of the way it's stored in tanks and the rest, actually dead water. So the Iteracare can actually restore the vitality of water, increase the oxygen level. So you need to blow your water with the Iteracare device to enhance your blood integrity. It helps your blood to be more fluid and healthier. It's able to flow and allows more oxygen to restore energy into you. So you need to drink your Iteracare charged water now for a healthier you. And this is something we are talking about. You know, preferably you get your glass and just point your device into the glass. Usually it takes about 60 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, and your water is already structured. You know, up to 5 liters. You can just blow for 3-5 minutes, and that's, you have 5 liters you can drink for the whole day. There are other 2 linear water structuring devices I came across, you know, online when I was doing my research about this device, and it cost about $1,000 to $1,800. So after entering your body, the Iteracare linear structured water continues to resonate with your cells. Like we said, it's frequency. So it resonates with your cells, and the water is able to transport more nutrients and minerals and oxygen. A lot of people will take a lot of expensive supplements, but these supplements are not even getting halfway to where it's needed, because there's a lot of clog in our system. So water gets things moving. Water gets things moving. Now, what are the benefits of drinking Terahertz charged water? It allows direct entry into the cells. Remember, I said it changes the structure of the cells from your hexagonal to your linear form. So there's better absorption, it accelerates metabolism, enhances the vitality of the human body, lowers your blood viscosity. So you don't really have this rouleau formation, which is stack of coin that you see when the body is dehydrated. And detoxification also helps to energize your cells, repair body cells, and rejuvenate your body cells. So it's very, very important. So in summary, the active terahertz light waves can penetrate 20 to 30 centimeters of the human body. Manual massage can only penetrate 2 to 3 centimeters. General instruments can reach 6 to 7 centimeters, can quickly dredge the meridian, lymph node, improve microcirculation, expel cold and dampness, and soften knots. Now, for those that have itching, within 3 minutes, it relieves itching, 10 minutes to relieve pain, 20 minutes to clear meridians and collaterals. High temperature also kills the abnormal cells, repairs damaged cells, and clears blockages. This system actually has an intelligent recognition capacity that is able to penetrate normal cells, reaches the uncomfortable parts, and activates inert cells and the human self-healing power. Like I said, God has designed our body, giving it the ability to heal. Our body actually regenerates, but we need to give it what it needs. So, one Iteracare per household, like I always say, brings hope to every home. So for orders or inquiries, you can reach me on this number, or you also get back to the person that actually invited you for this presentation. Now, okay, Iteracare testimonies, I'm just going to share briefly. We had a trade fair in Lagos like last week. That's why I wasn't able to come online. So I wanted to introduce the product to people. There was a lady, she's a fashion designer. She wanted to do some quick work during the trade fair, and she just dislocated her knee joints and was in pain. I just told her, look, come, she was just my neighbor in front. I said, come, let us do something for you. And then by the time we were blowing the leg, and in fact, we could just hear a click. There was a click with something, the knee just clicked back and the pain disappeared. There's a video testimony to that I will post on the group later on. And then a lot of people that had shoulder pain, back pain that we treated, they also gave their testimonies. And there was someone that had, was it chest issue that wasn't breathing properly. And then we also treated that person and also got better. So there's been a lot of testimonies, even cases of asthma. You know, somebody came to my clinic like on Monday, thereabout, and was sharing a testimony that there was a child, it's one of my patients, you know, the child usually have asthmatic attack, and almost 2 weeks they're always in the hospital, that he's been having some issues himself and has been going to so many places trying to figure out, you know, what the solution is. And then he is usually involved in taking this child to the hospital because the husband of the lady works offshore, and most times she is not even really around. So he now said, but for quite a while now, for like 2 months, 3 months, he has not heard anybody call him that there was a problem in the house. That the mother now said, there's something that they are using. She said, if this thing can help this person, then that means maybe this practitioner can actually help me. And he came to the clinic. So there's been a lot of testimonies. Even the sore throat, within 2 treatments, became gone. And there's an elderly man. I think we also have a video testimony on that. I'll post also. He first saw us in June 2022. He came with a walking stick. His daughter is a barrister, and she came with him. And we did, I think, about 5 therapy, because he said he had to go back to the East. And he went back. He actually said he was feeling much, much better than when he came. And he came back again last month. In fact, he came back without his walking stick. He said, no, I've thrown that one away a long time ago. And he was really happy. He was looking much younger. He was looking brighter. He was looking brighter. So I'll post some of the testimonies online as soon as I can. So thank you very much. Please get back to the person that invited you. And that's the end of our presentation. So if there's any question, the floor is open.